Breaking news, Columbia Green Federal Credit Union just saved our member $105 a month on their car payment.
That's no surprise. CGFCU helps our members save thousands.
Wait, thousands?
Yep, we have fantastic rates and flexible terms.
We save our members by refinancing autos, boats, campers, and even credit cards.
Apply today, see how much you can save.
Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Press Box, brought to you by our good friends at Columbia Green Federal Credit Union. Our special guest today is Chatham varsity baseball coach Scott Stelz. Coach, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here, bud.
All right. Hey, I know you guys, Chatham is off to a great start, as many of us expected, 3-0. You're also back from a trip down to Vero Beach, Florida, Dodgertown. Can you tell us how that whole thing came about and how it was down there? I can just imagine. It was a lot of fun.
Well, fun is definitely the right word to start it. Came about with a parent, Brian Madsen, who's been, Madsen family has run our Chatham Little League for as long as I think I've been alive. Mm-hmm. Came with the idea at the end of last season and said, we got a nice group of kids and I'd like to work towards this thing and see if I can help you guys make it happen. And me and my assistant coach, Dan Doyle, said, you're doing all the work. We'd love to go.
Sure.
And so that's how it came about. And it took, he did some fundraising and he got some sponsors and he honestly handled everything. Most of the details, he would check in with us about different things and stuff like that. But he was our lead guy, and then our parent group they chipped in and did some big fundraising, too, to make it a possibility for our kids.
Outstanding. Now, I know a lot of teams are envious. While we were up here freezing and dealing with snow and rain and everything else coming out of the sky, you guys are down there in sunny Vero Beach, Florida, in Dodgertown, a historic setting. Tell us about that. What it meant to the kids and to you to be down there in such a historic venue.
Well, for I know myself and Coach Doyle, it was probably a once-in-a-lifetime experience being,
Oh, sure.
Being on the fields where Jackie Robinson and Pee Wee Reese and all those guys, played and grew up together and started their seasons off. And I actually stayed in the Tommy Lasorda suite, which was the room that Lasorda always stayed in every year, which was pretty cool for me. Sure. I envisioned making out some lineups and playing some cards like he did. Mm-hmm. But the fields were great. The weather was good. The kids were fantastic, but the history part was really cool to them too. The halls of the different buildings were littered with photographs and stories about what had went on there and the different Dodgers that had came through, even the cafeteria. So they soaked a lot of that up, and anything you can do to get them thinking about baseball is a good thing. So
sure. And I know you got your work in too. It wasn't just all fun and games. How many games did you play down there?
Well, we played 4 scrimmages. And then we practiced. We probably had 4 or 5 batting cage sessions, and we had 4 full field outdoor sessions.
Mm-hmm.
So, it was a lot of baseball. There was days where you had a practice, a game, lunch, a short break, and a practice. But there was days where we also went to the beach. So
I was going to say, sounds good to me.
It was a fair balance, and I think the parents enjoyed being able to just come watch their kids play a game, and then some days I got to hang out with them in Florida on the beach, too. So they got a little alone time, but got some good memories with their kids. So
who could ask for more?
Yeah, it was very well organized.
Outstanding.
Now, sticking with the play on the field, is it true that you had nearly your entire team pitch down in Vero Beach in Dodgertown? And what was the motive behind that move, and who really stood out to you?
Well, we pitched 9 of our 12. Our catcher does not pitch at all. Mm-hmm. Mainly because, I don't need him behind the plate with a sore arm.
That's right.
But we had 9 of 12. I would have liked to get all 11 in, but just the last day, Dylan Madsen, one of my seniors, just got on the mound against New Rochelle, and he was throwing a gem out there. And he ended up going 5+, so I didn't roll it over as much as we would have liked to. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was important to let him extend himself and get that confidence. But we've always had a philosophy, being in New York, that you never know what the weather is going to do, and you got to be ready to play 5 or 6 games in a week somewhere. And you don't want to lose the season because you weren't prepared for that. And also, what else are you going to do in the gym after the first 2 weeks? You might as well develop pitchers.
Absolutely.
You know, there's only so many ground balls you can take in a gym, and so many times you can go over your defenses and throw them BP, and so everybody becomes a pitcher in our program, and they embrace it. And I honestly, there's a lot of nerves the first time they get out there, but they really enjoy it too. I got guys chomping at the bit now that want to pitch again, and that's
For
great.
sure. That is great, especially up here in the Northeast when you have so many makeup games backlogged at the end of the season, and you need as many arms as you can get, so that's certainly beneficial to the team.
And, you mentioned being in the gym. A lot of people don't know that you and your boys have started this prep for this season with a bunch of seniors in early January. You were doing 6 a.m. workouts with them. Tell us a little bit about the 6 a.m. workouts, why you set it up, and the story behind that program.
Well, they asked for it. I mean, I'm always willing to get up and work if someone wants to work with us. Mm-hmm. But the players came and asked for the workouts, and it was a commitment. Not much of a commitment from me because I'm an early riser, but from my wife. She instantly became the only person home in the morning, getting 3 little kids ready for school. So some credit goes there, and a lot goes to our players, and then some goes to our former player, Mike Serrani, who kind of spearheaded our program. He is a personal trainer and physical therapist and a high-level athletic trainer. And he gave of his time freely. He gave his programs freely. He's still coming in right now during the season at 6 a.m. and meeting with our kids in the workouts. And he's really made a big impact on them,
sure.
Not only in baseball, but I think in just developing good habits for their future life.
No
but he has a really fun approach, and the kids love it. They love to be challenged. And for the most part, they like getting up early once they get used to it.
Well, there's a big plus in and of itself. I mean, getting up that early for anybody, let alone teenagers, I mean, for sure. But like many of the teams in the Patroon Conference, you have a lot of quality kids coming back this year. You want to touch on some of the kids that are back this year, some of the great hitters you have coming back, and some of the arms that you have as well?
Yeah, I guess I'll start with my seniors. I have Aiden Jackson, he's a pitcher, first baseman. Mm-hmm. He's probably our ace. I always say we have an A1, 2, and maybe even 3 instead of 1, 2, and 3. But they all have their strengths and they all have their things to improve on. But he's our go-to guy. He features a fastball and a knuckle change mainly with a slider mixed in here and there. But at the plate, he's probably our big bopper. He's the guy we look to drive the ball up the middle and pick up a lot of extra bases. And then the next guy would be Caleb Doyle. He's a 4-year starter for me. He's been around my program since he was 8. He was my bat boy. His dad's been an assistant or always been helpful. Even if he wasn't an assistant, he would come throw batting practice.
Sure.
That's priceless. But Caleb's he's our leadoff guy, shortstop, and he'll probably be our number 3. Our A3 guy. His pitches, he mixes them more. He's more of an off-speed guy, and he really locates. And then at the plate, if you put it in the strike zone, he's gonna put the barrel on it. And he's gonna do it with some excitement. He's kind of one of our energy givers. He really kind of dictates how our team plays and hustles, and he takes command not only at the field, but he's also a leader in practice and in the classroom and in the hallway. And those are things that some people, outside the program don't notice, but they're important too.
Absolutely.
Then our next senior would be Dylan Madsen. He is our super utility guy. Last year he played every position for us. I think he's already played 7 this year. We had a couple injuries yesterday, so that could go up a little bit more here soon.
Sure.
But he's a utility guy. He's a speed guy, good contact. He's smart, likes to bunt, great defender, good kid to have on the team. Hard worker, always asking good questions. So, I've been blessed with not only my seniors, my whole team. They're a great group, but my seniors really kind of shine that way. My next senior is Ryan Alderdice. Mm-hmm. He's a relief pitcher and an outfielder who has really come along with his bat. He picks up innings. He throws quality strikes. he's not going to walk you. You're gonna hit him or you're gonna get out, but he's not going to walk you. He comes right at you, and if you miss in a couple zones in this overplate, he can do some damage now too. He's grown a little bit and put on a little bit of muscle, so that doesn't hurt. And Chris Robles is my other senior. He got injured yesterday, turned his ankle. We're praying that it's nothing severe, and hopefully it's just a week-long ligament strain. But we'll know more a little later today. He's my third baseman, outfielder, another speed guy. We put him at the bottom of the lineup so he can turn it over because of his speed and his ability to bunt, but he's really, a 6 or 7 hitter, probably in anyone else's program. But we expect a lot from him as soon as he gets healthy. And then you want me to go into my juniors and sophomores?
Sure.
Okay, my first junior is Anderson Coonrad. He's new. He's up from the JV. He's a relief pitcher, plays a little bit of third and first, and anywhere in the outfield. He's progressing real nice. Very intelligent kid with baseball IQ. His bat is coming around. And he's a good heady defender, so he's a nice addition. Curtis Buchan is another junior. He's a second baseman and a pitcher. He's just learning to pitch, but you'll know who he is by next year. He'll be one of in my opinion, he'll be one of the top guys in the league by next year, pitching wise on the bump. And he's he's a gap to gap guy. He's our best glove, best defender we've got. Also a very heady kid in our middle infield. But he's a good hit and run guy. He can handle the bat however you ask him. So he's nice to have. Our next junior is Garner Boshart. He's new. He played tennis last year and won a Patroon championship and then came back to baseball. Great addition. He'd probably close a lot of games for us.
Sure. Hard thrower, right?
He's a hard thrower. Little guy with a real fast arm. We're still cleaning up his mechanics, but he can swing it. And the one thing that's really impressed me is he can defend. He's tightened up our outfield defense. We are 4 deep in the outfield with speed guys, and that's nice with the sticks that are in this league.
For sure.
Because we're gonna take away a lot of doubles, I hope. And he can swing it too. He's a good base runner, and he's just a fun presence on a team. He really fits in well with our guys.
Absolutely.
Our next guy is Hunter Sheriff. He's another kid he's a junior, but he's been with me since halfway through freshman year due to an injury. He's our catcher. He's the only guy that does not pitch.
I'm sure he could if you wanted him to.
Yeah, he's probably the most consistent bat we have in our lineup. He's our 3-hole guy. And he's a gap to gap with a little bit of power. And he's not a swing and miss guy. He doesn't swing and miss much.
Makes contact.
And he's very happy to get hit. He'll take one for the team. I don't think he has pain senses in his body.
Important for a catcher.
Yeah, and that's what I say. You get beat up enough at catcher, you don't have to do that when you're hitting. But it's his mentality. But helps you win a game here and there sometimes, that extra base runner. So our next guy is Caleb Taylor, or KT, who is our center fielder, shortstop, and A2 pitcher. He's a junior, lanky kid with great range in the outfield. He's going to go gap to gap and take away a lot of hits this year. I don't know. In my opinion, I think he's the best center fielder in the league, hands down. He's really started to do what we thought he was capable of doing at the plate. He's really driving the ball right now, not getting beat on any pitches. A couple of these guys have done a real good job of just sitting in the bushes and picking out curveballs and just smoking them, which we couldn't have done a year ago. So that's nice. He's one of those kids that doesn't have any concerns about what pitch you're throwing. So that's good. Then my last junior is Ryan Doyle. He's my only lefty bat. He's a power guy, great base runner, great defender, good personality, great hair.
Great hair.
I honestly think he's got the best hair in the league.
There you go.
So
he gets that from his dad, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
But he's a good guy. He banged himself up a little yesterday, but he'd be fine by Monday, I think. And he's starting to pick it up on the mound a little bit. He's a kid that hasn't pitched since he was younger, and he's starting to show some glimpses. I think you'll see stuff from him this year, but I think by next year he'll be another impact arm for us. And then my final kid is Thomas Van Tassel. He's a sophomore. He's got a good bat. He doesn't know his potential. He's our biggest, probably strongest kid. Sure. He just doesn't know his potential yet. He's already got a couple doubles and a triple. But once he gets his confidence where it needs to be, I think you'll know who he is as a hitter.
Absolutely.
And he's really come a long way at third base defending, but he will eat big innings for us. He's just, on the mound, he's just fearless. He throws all three pitches whenever we put it down, and that's nice too, to keep the hitters, especially in this league, keep the hitters off balance. So
sure. Quality squad.
Yeah, very, very, very happy with what I got, and they're all, more importantly, they're quality young men, which is important to me, our community, and I would assume their parents too, because that's where they got it from. But,
no doubt.
And lastly, Coach Stuss, before we let you go, you have obviously Kind of Kills and Tamarack to finish off this week, but next week you get to rebound from a team that swept you last year at the end of the season in Coxsackie Athens. What can we expect from your boys come next week in a revenge game against Coxsackie Athens?
Well, we're going out. We're going to compete. We're going to play our game. We know Coxsackie's good. We know they've got speed. They've got decent arms. Mm-hmm. They've had a history, for a long time, but consistently over the last 10 years of being a very good, very competitive baseball team. I think it's a healthy competition that we have with them. I think, both teams really get up for those games without a lot being said. I don't think either one of us are much of trash talkers or anything like that, but my boys are excited. I'm trying to make sure we don't look past the Kind of Kills because they're dangerous.
Sure. Absolutely.
They can swing it, and they've got a couple quality arms there too, and they got a lot of speed. So first we got to get by them. Tamarack, we'd like to win that. It's non-league, but we're looking to win every game we can. And then Coxsackie on Monday, can't wait. Kurt's a good coach. It's fun to go against him. It's always a lot of chatter. A lot of good-natured stuff, so can't wait for that. And then Greenville,
yeah, another tough one.
Yeah, they're loaded with arms, man. They might have the two of the best arms in the league. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a battle. We know we've got to really play D and have quality at bats against them and keep the ball down the zone because they've got guys that can do damage. So, but that's the whole league. I mean, I don't know what team you really point out that say you shouldn't be worried about because you're a fool if you are.
That's true.
Everyone's been competitive so far, and a lot of teams returned a lot of players from last year. I think the Patroon will do extremely well this year in sectionals, and hopefully pass that. So it should be a fun year to watch.
No doubt about it. Scott, we got to get you back on the show. We've got so many more things we want to touch on with you, but time doesn't permit this time around. But we got to get you back, okay?
Yeah, let me know. I enjoyed it.
I will do. Appreciate it very much. And that's going to wrap things up for this week's edition of the Press Box, brought to you by our good friends at Columbia Green Federal Credit Union. Thanks for watching.